Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Zarfel Rose here. We're bringing you some battles this week, some Pokemon Go Battle League content like we all love here. These battles are done in the Love Cup, new limited meta that we've got during this rotation in Season 10. Hate the Love Cup. I really do. I really do. I'll tell you the story in the middle of these battles. It's just not... I had PTSD from the damn Love Cup. Team that we've been rocking here, we got Galarian Slowbro in the lead with a Lickitung Safe Swap, Magcargo in the closer. This Magcargo's running Stone Edge because I don't play with that Rock Tomb debuff stuff. I want damage and I want it good. Patrons and I have been rocking this team since Love Cup came up, and these are my first battles, but we've been crushing it all week with in the Love Cup. So if you're interested in becoming one of the patron members, link in the description on that. We got meta teams and all that, meta tips, teams, all that stuff early before it hits YouTube. So we'd love to have you in that group. It's a wonderful little community that we've got going on here. But shout out to them, by the way. You guys are the greatest group of people I could ever hope to have on my back here, carrying me on your backs, I should say. Not going to spend too much more time here, though. Thanks to all my patrons, and we're going to get into these battles. I want to show you guys exactly what we're working with here. So first battle, we've got Slowbro in the lead versus Magcargo. I hate this matchup. You can't stay in here, but unfortunately, Magcargo also does good work against the rest of the team. So immediately, we're going to go into Lickitung, and they come in with Medicham. This is an interesting scenario because if the Medicham is not running Power Up Punch, or I correctly shield a Psychic, I flip switch, and you're going to see that. It's actually going to happen. My opponent is going to come in here. They're going to throw the Psychic. I count it up to 8, so I'm going to assume this is a Psychic. I'm going to shield it. And look at how low the Medicham's health is already. I'm going to throw right before they get to what would probably be a power-up punch, just in case. And they may or may not shield this. They don't shield this. That's great. I don't have an answer to Magcargo, but I'm going to do as much damage to it as I can, as it's going to farm me all the way down, unfortunately, is what it is. Love Cup, though, man. Last time it was here in Season 6. I was at 20, like the 2980 something. I was a 3-2 away from hitting Legend. Love Cup comes, and I immediately start tanking like mad. I'm almost at 3,000. And I tank over 400 points over the course of Love Cup. And I don't hit Legend that season, because after that, we had like a week in the season left to just, try and climb. So they take out my Lickitung. I come in with my Magcargo, soak some energy. They are going to throw some moves here. They're running Rock Tomb, which I now shield the second one because I want to try and save some energy for whatever they've got in the back. I'm going to swap out the Insta-Swap as well into a Alomomola. My fate is sealed. The only way I could potentially win this matchup is if I'm able to get 2 Sludge Bombs. However, I have no shields, which is really unfortunate because I kind of need a shield to deal with the Alomomola. I know if I can get through the Alomomola, I can deal with the Magcargo in the back. I'm almost going to get to 2 Sludge Bombs, but unfortunately, I'm not able to get there, and I top left because I know my opponent's got it at that point. Sylveon lead. I love Charm leads. Dude, this whole team has play against Charmers. Like, Charmers have nowhere to go, right? And they're staying in. So at this point, I immediately know because they stayed in. Either they didn't know it's Poison Jab, or they're at least ABA weak to Slowbro. So I'm going to throw the Sludge Bomb. Because if they don't, they're going to shield it. They shielded the Charmer. All right. So they're going to throw the Psyshock here. My Slowbro is a valuable asset. They've already wasted the shield. I'm going to shield the Psyshock. And then I'm going to switch to my Lickitung just in case we can draw out the hardest counter to Magcargo being a fighter. They don't even do that. My opponent comes in with Wigglytuff, and I immediately know this is Triple Charm. I have almost no doubt in my mind it's Triple Charm. So I'm going to play this out. Lickitung can actually handle Wigglytuff. If you time all your moves correctly, you can get bot. Well, you don't have to time correctly, but if you get as much energy as possible between the charms, throw after 2 licks after a charm, you can actually get pretty close to taking out the Wigglytuff if they don't spend the energy right away. Like that. So if they don't shield this, I won't be able to take them out. And all they've got left is a Clefable. This is the best thing I could have possibly asked for. I could come in with anything and win. So I'm going to come in with Magcargo here. And I'm just going to start incinerating and resisting charms, and my opponent just concedes the match. That's it. That was a good game. They deserved it. Colorblind Tony comes up on my screen, and I know I'm in for a match because this is one of my patrons, and I love this guy. He's leading a Alomomola. It's not great, but I need to keep this thing away from my Magcargo. So I play out this lead matchup knowing that if I can get rid of the Alomomola, my Magcargo should be okayed in the back. Typically, people don't run ABA water. Sometimes they do. This cup is crazy. So I'm gonna throw it with good timing, as good timing as I can. Desync and everything was everywhere in this. As you can see, like everything is kind of funky. But I will look to try and take out this Alomomola as best as I can, because my Slowbro, I don't know. I feel like my cargo is going to be better in the back because of the fact that they've got a waterfall user in the front. And they haven't swapped out. So there's a chance that they might also be weak to Slowbro in the back. I'm hoping that this dude's running Charm. I really am. And then we get some lag. And I could have gotten to a Sludge Bomb beforehand if I wasn't lagging. I know I could have. Now, I'm hoping that I have a Sludge Bomb banked, which is why I shield and I swap out. I realize, watching this back, that I don't, and he's running Wigglytuff. Now, either there's one Charmer in the back, there's two Charmers in the back. And if there's only one, okay. If there's two, Magcargo's going to have a great time, just like I was hoping. So, as we saw in the last match, we're going to see Lickitung do some work against the Wigglytuff. Despite Wigglytuff resisting those licks, it's not going to be able to handle Lickitung in all of its bulk unless it throws the energy, which he does. So, now, at this point, my play is to come in with Magcargo, farm this thing all the way down. Now, in hindsight, knowing that Galarian Slowbro actually doesn't have a move, at some point I probably could have sacked it to try and like eat a charm, or right now, like I could swap it in and I could get out right away to get the energy before I take the damage, but it's just at this point I'm using it for a sack swap if anything. So it comes in with Clefable, and I know with almost 2 Stone Edges loaded, there's no way. Now, I was confused by the visual HP glitch, so that's why I swapped in my I swapped in my Slowbro, thinking that maybe he was going to come with a Alomomola or something. But he does come with a Alomomola, but it eats the Stone Edge, and now Clefable is going to come in and its HP suddenly returns to normal. I just have to get to the Stone Edge before he gets to a move. And we get there in order to get Magcargo the win against this Alomomola double charm. I scolded him after this. I told him I was disappointed. He started to run this team too. It was so funny. I'm like, Tony, what are you doing, man? Don't run these teams. Run the good stuff. Alright, Electrode lead. This is very neutral against the whole team, so I do insta-swap here in ABB fashion to try and lure out a good counter to Magcargo, which we do. Once again, Medicham comes in to meet the Lickitung, and because I'm a few licks ahead, because they have a 4-turn move in Volt Switch, I am going to be able to reach a Body Slam. If they decide to shield a Body Slam, I can reach another Body Slam. Now, I'm going to shield the first move because they do build up to Psychic yet again. And it's an Ice Punch, so not so great. I can take another Ice Punch if I need to. But again, if they don't shield this, I flip Switch. They do shield this. However, look at how fast the HP is going down. If I shield the Ice Punch, I can lick this thing all the rest of the way down. I don't have to, but I can. And I'm going to opt not to because I want to see if I can get to another Body Slam. We get to another Body Slam just in time. This Lickitung, despite its Met IV, is super thick. And my opponent either shields here, which they do now shield, but now I get no shields. And I've got Galarian Slowbro. Farms it down, and they're going to come in with Electrode. And now what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to either spend a shield here or get to the Sludge Bomb before they can get to a move. And I'm going to be able to get some hefty damage up on this Electrode. Almost takes it out, and I'm able to immediately switch into Magcargo because they threw the move and we were not CMP tied. So they're going to throw the Discharge because if they threw a Hyper Beam, it would have been great. Alright, so they're going to come in with the Magcargo, and we're going to CMP tie. They're actually going to win the CMP tie, so I have to shield this even if it's a Rock Tomb. But they're running Stone Edge, which is actually really good because now my deep attack is debuffed. Watch how much damage this does. Watch how much damage this does. Almost one shot to Magcargo, but it puts it in farm range. All I need is just one more Incinerate. And we're going to be able to take out the Magcargo. It's perfect. And then run and hit the Stone Edge on this Electrode. We're going to take out the Electrode to take this game. So the Magcargo mirror. Your Magcargo can get exactly 6 Incinerates through plus a Stone Edge and take it out. So you are able to, if it lands, you're able to get it and farm down. Now, Scolipede lead, I'm getting out of here. This is actually not a great matchup because this thing resists all of my moves. So they're not swapping out yet. So I get a huge energy lead on the Electrode. I got 2 body slams ready to go already before they can even get to a move, which I think was a mistake on their part. If they swapped a little bit sooner, this might have been better for them. But I'm looking to throw with as good timing as I can. Even if this is a Hyper Beam, I don't care. It's fine. They're going to throw the Discharge, and that's fine. So I'm basically looking to throw in the middle of their Volt Switch, preferably at 2 to 3 licks, just to get as much energy as I possibly can. Missed some bubbles, which was really not great, but they shielded, so thankfully it didn't matter. Now, if I had thrown one more lick in there like I was supposed to, I would have been able to get to that Body Slam before then. But what I'm looking to do here is I am looking to hopefully Flip Switch. Now, we see MP tied, so I'm going to be able to get a Body Slam off here, which is fine. It's going to be able to put pressure on their shield and or get me Switch. And it gets me Switch, which is fantastic. So they're going to come with Scolipede, and they're going to throw energy. They're not going to try to farm me down. I think they might have been afraid of taking a Body Slam. So it's fine with me, because now not only do I get the alignment I want, but they have also used up their energy. So my Cargo's going to come in. They're going to instantly swap to a Lomomola. Dude! Oh, that's so freaking scary. Because the Incinerate takes so long, you're going to take so much damage from one waterfall. So because a Lomomola takes so long to get to its Psychic, you're going to be able to get to at least 2 Sludge Bombs before it's going to get there. So if you throw your moves with good timing, 1, 4, 7, etc., you're going to be able to get there in time to get 2 Sludge Bombs off, and that'll typically take that or get it super close. So I'm going to throw the Sludge Bomb. They're going to shield. I'm looking to throw this as soon as I can because I'm pretty sure they're getting close to a move. I'm going to throw my Sludge Bomb here, and it's going to almost take them out. It's not quite enough damage, but we're going to be able to get there just in time, and we're going to be in just his farm range, but that's fine. All I have to do is get to a Stone Edge, and I know that I resist all of their moves. X-Scissor, and I think they have Sludge Bomb. I resist both of those, so I'm safely going to be able to get to the Stone Edge, take this. It's Mega Horn. I still resist it, which is fine. They're running X-Scissor Mega Horn, which is interesting. Not bad, just interesting, because Mega Horn does do a lot of damage. But Stone Edge is going to take it out, and that's going to take the game. Fantastic. Good game of my opponent. All right. Got some legends. I did come down to the 2600s. I wanted to make sure that what my teams were relevant to most of you guys out there. Because if I'm playing the 3000s, not only are my queue times going to be super long, but most of the people who watch YouTube content aren't going to be up there and wanting to watch. Like, they're not going to grab a team off of YouTube if it's in the 3000s and immediately find it relevant. So I'm down here in the 2600 range, hoping to make sure that this stuff stays relevant for all of my wonderful viewers like yourself. So the music gets hype in the video, and Electrode comes in on my Lickitung, so I expect at this point that they probably don't have a super strong answer, or I guess I came in because their Medicham swapped out because Galarian Slowbro double resists the counter damage. I come in with that just to counter it because I probably should have come in with Magcargo, because Lickitung can still handle a Medicham. But my thought here is just coming with the Lickitung because I want to guarantee that I keep alignment, and I'm going to have a ton of energy. Now, I make a mistake here, and I don't shield. I'm thinking, okay, if I can live this discharge, great, but I can't. And unfortunately, I go down. So that's my mistake. I am going to come in with Slowbro to get the Poison Jab damage in on the Electrode, and what they come in with is going to be, with 2 shields, the Medicham. Now, they're probably looking to throw the Psychic at me again. I need to get rid of this Medicham. And it's fine that they came in and threw energy, because now they're keeping it aligned, and now they're coming with Crustle, and I top left. Dude, Crustle's going to beat the whole team, and that's it. Good game to my opponent. Got team comp there, unfortunately. There's nothing that I could have done about the Crustle. That thing is just going to beat my whole team. So back on the Magcargo lead, again, going straight to Lickitung. They're running Incinerate. Now, Rock 2 Magcargo is a different story. So this team does not handle a Rock Throw Magcargo as well. You have to swap into Lickitung and try and make some magic happen. It is what it is. So they're going to hit me with a Rock Tomb and then swap out to Ariados. Interesting. I've got a lot of energy, though. And a lot of energy, even on a once debuffed Lickitung, is still pretty lethal, especially against an Ariados, which is pretty squishy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let their moves go. At this point, I'm not super worried about tanking anything. It's Cross Poison or Lunge, and they're running Cross Poison. Totally fine with me. I'm going to just continue to go through as many body slams as I can. If it gets to a point where I can win switch, I'll try to do it, but at this point, I want to get energy on my Magcargo, because that's going to allow me to hit their Magcargo with Stone Edges or better. So I actually hard swap into my Magcargo here, looking to get some energy, knowing that our switch clocks were misaligned. And I'm able to farm them down. Now, if they come back in, they come in with Electrode. So this is rough. I'm better off spending my shield here, and this is super hard to time your moves correctly. Ideally, you're going to throw after, like, 2, because it gives them the least amount of energy. But they let it go, which is very interesting to me. I'm going to let this go, because I know that I can live a discharge. However, a shield against their Magcargo, which is now absolutely energy dry. Rock Tomb, I think, takes even more energy than Stone Edge to throw. I think it's a little bit more. It's less damage for sure. That's why I'm running Stone Edge, because I don't like it. So they're going to have to shield both these moves up. And they snuck an Incinerator, which is not great. So I'm actually looking to sneak one back in kind, which I do. The game is working as intended, thankfully. So I'm actually going to be able to get to another Stone Edge before they will, I believe. Now, it's going to be hard, but what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap out just to force them to either throw energy or let their Magcargo go, which is going to be fine with me. Because what happens now is they have to throw their energy. My Magcargo's got to move loaded, so it can come back in. It can take out whatever comes in on it. I'm going to come in with my Slowbro. I'm going to look to do as much chip damage as I can. That's fine. The thrown energy, once again, could be an overheat, could be a Rock Tomb, doesn't matter. They're just throwing the Rock Tomb again. So they are looking to basically sack it because they're not going to be able to get to a move with their Electrode as free farm. So I'm just going to throw the Sludge Bomb. Either way, I had a win con because my Magcargo also had a move. So good game to my opponent, but that hard swap in on Magcargo was actually pretty crucial. All right, next game. Slowbro is going to come in against the Alomomola. So once again, I'm going to try and play this out. I don't like to hard swap. Sometimes I do. It's hard to do because like you can't swap out of Alomomola, but like if they've got Manicham in the back, which most of them will, this is kind of rough. So just going to play this one out here. It looks like, and again, I did these games on Monday evening, so it's been a bit since I did them, so I don't remember every last detail. So just like 11 or 12 games in this video. So just kind of cut out all the team comp losses, to be honest. I did have a really awesome 10-5 run in the 3 sets that I ran this team with, though. So no misdirection here. That's actually good. They let it go. I go down a shield, but I'm instantly going to swap into my Lickitung at this point. Trying to bait out their fighter if they've got one. I'm 8 licks, 12 licks. They're not swapping out. They're really not swapping out, so I'm going to throw the Body Slam now. Look to get some damage off on this Electrode. I'm not super worried about it. It's really neutral against the whole team. And again, they're going to build up to the Hyper Beam. I'm going to let them have the Hyper Beam if they want to throw it. I have not seen one land a Hyper Beam yet because I always try to bait me with discharges. So that's fine. I'm going to go for another Body Slam before they can get to another discharge. My opponent will probably, they shield this to conserve the energy, and I am going to lick. Now, I know that I'm probably not going to live a discharge, but that's okay. I'll get some energy on something else, given that all they've got is whatever's in the back. And they got Slowbro, so this is actually really tough, because Slowbro is good against the rest of my team, especially if they're running, any Water Pulse. Like, I've seen one that was running Water Pulse. I don't know if that's this game. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw the Stone Edge here. Does a considerable amount of damage. And what I want to do is I want to be able to hopefully land on their Stone Edge. So I'm going to throw out my shield here. My opponent threw a Psychic. Okay, that's fine. I will now throw 2 Incinerates. They're going to get their third Confusion, and I know that they're just 1 or 2 away from a Psychic. So I'm going to instantly swap here to try and pressure them into throwing energy, which they do, which is perfect. Now what I can do is I can throw Win Incinerate, and I can come in and win CMP if the Electrode has a move loaded. I'm not at the move, though. I thought I was going to get there, and I'm not. And the Electrode gets to come in. I was close, but not quite there. Unfortunately, the Electrode's going to be able to take me out with the move it had stored. Good game to my opponent. That was super close. All right. Next game here, we've got Slowbro against Scrafty. Dominating matchup as long as I don't tank a foul play. So I'm going to stay in here, and my opponent staying in means they're probably going to try and go for a foul play. They might not have an answer to Slowbro, which not a lot of people do. So they built up to the foul play. I will shield it. I don't want to take a foul play because that's going to almost KO my Slowbro. They do throw the foul play. They're not baiting. They're going to come in with Alomomola. I'm going to come in and counter with the Lickitung, and my opponent they're gonna think of Power Whip, and this is not a matchup that they need to be in. So I'm gonna counter because I got that grass damage. Now I was considering running Hyper Beam, but I don't know, man. I forgot to TM it away, and I'm just gonna go for it. So my opponent's gonna play this one out. They're gonna throw a move. I'm just gonna tank it. There's the Hydro Pump. Now that was my mistake. Is I actually could have flipped switch here if they one hadn't snuck in that waterfall because I was throwing with bad timing, and two, if I hadn't tanked that Hydro Pump. Now, I don't know where the other one came from because I was at least two waterfalls away from going down, so I should have been able to get at least another couple licks in there, maybe even a Body Slam. But, I mean, go Battle League, am I right? So they're going to come in now with Talonflame. Talonflame, and they got a Scrafty in the back. My Magcargo's in trouble. I go to catch the move on Magcargo. Whatever energy they've got in Talonflame is now gone. Flame Charge barely tickles. Now they come in with Scrafty, which is fine. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get him with the Stone Edge. It's going to do considerable damage, even if it's resisted. I want to farm them down with my Slowbro, and I want to try and come back in to the Talonflame with at least 2 moves loaded. Now, I'm not going to be able to get there, which is unfortunate. I have a shield, though. And Slowbro either wins CMP or they didn't go for it. So Slowbro's going to throw the Sludge Bomb, take out the Scrafty, and we're going to be able to get to another Sludge Bomb before they can get to another move, and that's going to be a good game. My opponent understood what was about to happen, and they conceded the match. Slowbro coming in on Lomola. Again, this fish is annoying to watch. Alright, so this is the match where I actually swapped straight out. I was just figuring what would happen if I swapped straight out, and I actually bait out a Medicham, which, as we have seen in the past, is actually not a hard counter to Lickitung. Those licks add up so quickly, and again, I correctly shield the Psychic. My opponent almost never seems to throw their strong move right away. Or they always throw the strong move right away. They don't seem to be running Power-Up Punch. So, I mean, it's fine with me. It's fine with me. That allows me to win the matchup, so I'll take it, right? So, throwing another Body Slam, my opponent's going to shield this one up, so I know that they're actually looking to win Switch. Now, because of the amount of health that we have left, and they're not at another move, I know that I can lick them down before they get to another move. They're throwing Psychic at me again. So I'm going to be able to lick down with just a shred of my HP left. 1 HP and a Dream on Lickitung. And now my opponent has lost Switch. And they have to tank a Power Whip on their Alomomola. So, going to be able to handle this mess pretty nicely. I'm going to be able to bring my Galarian Slowbro back in. Now, even though we're down a shield, we're going to be okay, because I can tank it, and they come in with Electrode. They don't even bother throwing energy. They bank the move, which is great. Now I can keep my Magcargo away from it, but I have to be conscious of the fact that they might just let the Electrode go down before, they might just let it go down so that the Alomomola can farm me down, which would be an instant loss for me, because my Slowbro, but they shield it, which is great. Now I know I have a condition to win with. And now what happens is my opponent has farmed up to, I think, a couple of moves here. And it's a discharge. It's unfortunate. I'm going to be able to come in, get to the Sludge Bomb right before they're going to be able to throw a move at me. And now what I need to do is I need to get to a Sludge Bomb before the Alomomola can get to the Psychic. And do we get there? We just get there right before they get to the move. Slowbro is putting in work. We're going to take out the Alomomola, and that's going to be a good game. Going to be a good game. All right, Slowbro coming in on Wigglytuff. Perfect lead. I didn't see a whole lot of Charmers, but the ones that I did see were not happy. So I stay in. My opponent comes in with Medicham, which is a really bad matchup. I'm going to stay in because my Magcargo can deal with the Wigglytuff later. So if I can maintain the alignment, I'm in a good position to win already. So I'm going to tank the Psychic. I know that I can, and I know that they're going to have to bait moves later, which it does suck. But I know that by resisting the counters and the fact that they're not going to be able to, they're not going to put up 8 whole counters. So I'm thinking, is this a power-up punch? No, they're running Dynamic Punch, which is even crazier. So we're going to actually simultaneously KO. I was really hoping to make sure I got alignment. So I am at a 50-50 shot. Either they're going to bring the Wigglytuff back out, or they'll bring out something else. I'm going to bring out my Magcargo, and they're going to come in with Wigglytuff. I'm getting the alignment I want. They're going to come in with their own Magcargo. I'm ahead on energy. And they can't sneak one in because they swapped in. I'm going to be able to throw the Stone Edge. My opponent shields the Stone Edge. Now I'm going to come in with Lickitung, force them to play this out down a shield, whereas I'm not investing a shield in Lickitung no matter what. Doesn't matter what they do. I'm not throwing up a shield. Save both of them for Magcargo to finish his job. So they're going to go and throw probably another Rock Tomb. Fine with me. Fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Power Whip in the middle of their Incinerate animation so that I make sure that they can't swap out on me. And then, even though it's double debuffed, Power Whip, still going to chip it just enough, and they're going to actually try to farm me all the way down. However, I'm going to get to the Power Whip before they can do so, which puts them in a very low health range. Now, I'm swapping out. My switch timer just came back up, and I'm swapping out. And I'm going to start shielding my Magcargo now. They're going to throw Rock Tomb. That sucks. My attack is now debuffed. And I'm going to try and see if I can farm down. If I can farm down and have 100 energy against that Wigglytuff, I'm good. Even if they Rock Tomb me, which is fine. And if I have to later on, I can swap out to my Lickitung to clear the debuff. So, going to start firing off these two Stone Edges. I've got one, and I'm just one move away from the next one. They're going to shield it up, and I'm going to get to another one. Stone Edge is going to come through. Now, no matter what move they throw, because they run Play Rough Ice Beam, I resist everything they've got. So as long as I can get to another Stone Edge, I'm going to be fine. And I got to be conscious of the fact that the Magcargo in the back is very low on HP. So they hit me with a Play Rough, leaves me within one Incinerate of being taken out. So thankfully, I undertap a little bit just to make sure that I don't end up throwing an Incinerate and letting them beat me. They're going to come and get taken out. I'm going to bring in my I'm going to bring in my Lickitung to their Magcargo, and we're going to lick down with just enough damage to tie them. And then, because we still had Magcargo in the back, going to be able to take that game. Now I've climbed over 100 points with this team. It's an amazing team, and I really, really recommend it, at least until everybody and their mother says that Galarian Slowbro is good, which I've checked out some of the content channels. He's already everywhere, so people are going to look to counter him. If you want, you could try running Magcargo in the lead, Slowbro in the back, like Metachamp, say a swap or something. If you wanted to also try that, that's also very strong. But yeah, I mean, that's it. This team was great for Love Cup. I'm not going to spend too much time in Love Cup because I really don't like the meta as much. It's not a bad meta, not like some of the ones we've had, but Master League Premier Classic is a lot of fun too. All right, so thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you sticking around this long. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.